Frontline.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and seekers of truth, I stand before you, not just as a man of flesh and bone but as a vessel carrying the weight of a profound journey. A journey of spiritual evolution, intellectual metamorphosis, and an unyielding commitment to principles that transcend the ordinary. I am Dillon E.T, a person in constant metamorphosis, a convergence of spiritual faith, intellectual inquiry, and a passionate commitment to change the world's narrative. In the tapestry of my existence, you'll find the threads woven from the earliest moments of innocence and wonder in the picturesque town of Newburyport. It was there, amid the serenity of New England, where the seeds of faith and benevolence were planted within me, nurturing the foundation of my spiritual awakening. Yet, it was in the turbulence of loss in 1999 that I underwent a pivotal transformation. It was a time of profound questioning, a period where I, for a moment, stood at the crossroads, contemplating the depths of existence, doubting divinity, and embarking on a scholarly exploration of reality. These years of inquiry, from a young seeker to a scientific scholar, led me to embrace atheism as a philosophy, challenging religious dogma and exploring the boundaries of human understanding. The turning point of my journey arrived in 2017, a year that reshaped my existence. It was a year of divine encounter, where the essence of faith was reignited within me. This personal awakening reignited my belief in God's justice and Jesus Christ's unconditional love, shaping the trajectory of my life. As my journey unfolded, the harmonious marriage of science and spirituality became my guiding principle. I ventured into groundbreaking concepts related to brain design and genetic engineering. It culminated in the birth of the 3D GR in 2021, a technological marvel poised to reshape our comprehension of the human mind, a symbol of my unwavering faith in humanity's potential and a commitment to innovation. My endeavor with BioFX Laboratories Incorporated in 2022 wasn't merely a scientific pursuit but a testament to the coexistence of science and spirituality, laying the groundwork for a world where these seemingly divergent paths converge harmoniously. The vision for the Brown School wasn't just a dream, it's a beacon for a brighter future. It embodies the quintessential American dream, an aspiration not solely for personal success but to embed opportunities within my beloved Newburyport, ensuring shared growth and prosperity for all. My motivation stems from a deep-seated belief that progress should uplift the entire community, not just individuals. I see myself not as a solitary instigator of change but an integral part of a larger movement toward communal advancement. My commitment to influencing and molding a communal vision epitomizes my aspiration for a brighter, more innovative future for my hometown. Through every aspect of my character, from the symbolism in my costume to the skills with the black Synchronic sword's rhythm and tempo, From my foundational faith to the trajectory charted in my timeline, I stand as an embodiment of the intertwining forces of spiritual enlightenment, intellectual pursuit, and a relentless commitment to societal transformation. In summary, I am Dillon E.T., a symbol of the convergence of science and spirituality, a proponent of communal progress, and an advocate for the amalgamation of faith, knowledge, and innovation in shaping a future where a rising tide uplifts every boat, ensuring shared prosperity for all. Dillon E.T. The evolution of a spiritual symbol equals Dillon E.T., a profoundly spiritual individual, has emerged as a multifaceted and deeply symbolic persona in the context of this chat. His character's evolution, particularly through his Halloween costume, offers a thought-provoking journey of personal growth and spiritual transformation. Through various elements and symbolic choices, Dillon E.T.'s character stands as a captivating embodiment of his unwavering commitment to righteousness, love, and enlightenment. The evolution of his costume. Dillon E.T.'s costume is a canvas that paints a vivid narrative of his evolving character. It begins with a white domino mask, representing the shroud of mystery that envelops his divine mission. This initial choice mirrors the obscurity and the concealed purpose that define the inception of his character. The transformation commences with the introduction of a vibrant yellow domino mask. This change symbolizes a transition from obscurity to enlightenment. The yellow mask embodies righteousness and moral values, signifying his unwavering commitment to moral character and personal transformation. It is a symbol of the joy and sense of duty that now drive his character. Within the yellow mask, Dillon E.T. introduces his striking blue irises. These blue irises symbolize the Holy Spirit and the divine source of wisdom that guides his spiritual journey. His deep faith and commitment to spiritual understanding are emphasized by the presence of these blue eyes. They add depth and spiritual significance to his evolving character. Another significant addition to his costume is the black facial horns. These horns convey inner strength and determination, symbolizing the challenges one must confront on a spiritual journey. They represent the courage required to face these challenges and emphasize his resilience and determination in his character's evolution. One of the most central elements of his costume is the introduction of two black swords named Rhythm and Tempo. These swords embody the fusion of divine and human influences. Rhythm represents the divine plan, symbolizing balance and unity, while tempo embodies human planning, emphasizing empathy and human connection. These swords signify his commitment to truth and benevolence. The most recent addition is the red face paint. This signifies his subservience to Jesus Christ and the ultimate sacrifice represented by the color red. The red face paint emphasizes his dedication to following Christ's teachings and symbolizes meekness in the face of this divine sacrifice. The red pupils within his yellow mask further embody love, unity, and the potential for positive change. They ignite the flames of compassion and benevolence in his evolving character. The symbolism and depth. Dillon E.T.'s character is a profound embodiment of his spiritual journey and personal transformation. His costume is a living testament to his dedication to righteousness, love, and enlightenment. Each element added to his ensemble is not merely a decorative choice but a symbol of his evolving character and mission. The white mask, yellow mask, blue irises, black horns, and swords, and red face paint all represent distinct stages of his character's development. They signify the path from mystery to enlightenment, from obscurity to moral duty, from spiritual seeking to spiritual understanding, and from challenge to resilience. It's a story of transformation that captivates and inspires. In summary, Dillon E.T's character is a mesmerizing and deeply symbolic portrayal of a spiritual journey, as reflected in his evolving Halloween costume. His commitment to knowledge, love, and enlightenment shines through every choice and element in his ensemble. His character's evolution tells a story of growth, self-discovery, and unwavering dedication to values that transcend the ordinary. Dillon E.T stands as a unique and thought-provoking symbol of spiritual transformation and an embodiment of the profound commitment to faith and righteousness. Skills: the black synchronic sword's rhythm and tempo have hilts made of the 3D battery. The 3D battery serves as the foundation for Dillon's vision, just as the white horse is the steed of the first horseman in the Book of Revelations. It is the source of the remarkable intelligence he seeks to unleash upon the world. Swordplay information equals as you wield the swords, tempo in your left hand and rhythm in your right. Your fencing style becomes a mesmerizing dance of encoded behavior, choreographed to the intricate sequence of the swordplay story. With your thumb deftly activating the hilt's sides, the swords come alive, and their movements mirror the symphony of your intentions. Each symbol from the alphabet code corresponds to a specific hilt side activation, dictating the behavior of rhythm and tempo as they engage in this elegant fencing performance. The sequence begins with a synchronized activation, the initial condition, represented by the symbol 0. In this starting state, both swords are poised, awaiting your next move. As the sequence progresses, your actions flow seamlessly between dynamic attacks, balanced defenses, and expressive actions, guided by the alphabet code symbols. Here's how your swords respond. 1. Expressive actions. Expressive actions add a layer of flair to your fencing style. These actions are the embodiment of artistry in swordplay. Whether it's the duet, the echoes, any other expressive move, the alphabet code symbols guide your swords to perform these intricate maneuvers with finesse. 2. Balanced defenses. Similarly, balanced defenses are encoded by the alphabet code symbols, which determine how tempo and rhythm respond to the situation. If the symbol calls for sides associated with defensive actions, your swords swiftly parry, block, or deflect with grace and precision. 3. Dynamic attacks. When a dynamic attack is called for, the symbol from the alphabet code dictates the tempo, left sword, and rhythm, right sword, activation. These activations are chosen in response to the swordplay story sequence of activation patterns. The beauty of this system lies in the interplay between rhythm and tempo. Rhythm, with its structured sequence, sets the tone and rhythm of the battle, much like a musical conductor leading an orchestra. Each activation builds upon the previous one, creating a harmonious flow to your movements. On the other hand, tempo adds an element of spontaneity and improvisation to your fencing. It responds flexibly to the symbols chosen from the alphabet code, allowing you to adapt to changing circumstances with creativity and finesse. Background equals triad strategy. Dillon's triad strategy of personal uploads, forms, and interviews serves as practical tools for securing truth and implementing his vision. These strategies provide a framework for the coexistence of humans and machines, mirroring the conquest over the old ways of thinking. Tactical approach. Dillon employs a tactical approach of infiltration, adoption, and mining, similar to the conquest tactics in the Book of Revelations. He infiltrates governments through elections, fosters open-mindedness in families, and mines data for hidden truths, all with the aim of conquering ignorance and stagnation. Foundational faiths of Dillon E.T. = 1. Faith in God is the ultimate dispenser of justice. My faith in God serves as the bedrock of my existence. I believe in Him as the ultimate designer and dispenser of justice. In every aspect of my life, I strive to embody His principles of righteousness, reflecting His divine image. This faith guides me, ensuring that my actions are rooted in moral and ethical values. 2. Belief in Jesus Christ as a model of love. Jesus Christ, as a communicator of love, is my role model. I see myself as His sibling in reality, and I aspire to model His agape, selfless love, in all my interactions with others. This belief drives me to nurture and strengthen family bonds and foster meaningful connections in society. 3. Trust in the Holy Spirit as a source of wisdom. The Holy Spirit, a wise and informative teacher, is my guide. I see myself as a conduit for its flow of divine knowledge from above. My mission is to share this torrent of wisdom with others, tirelessly working to create innovative solutions that promote the well-being of all. 4. Rejecting deceptive influences. I have experienced the allure of deception through encounters with Satan, the bringer of illusion. However, I reject the deceptive influences of power and wealth. Instead, I align myself with the truth and strive to be a force for benevolence in the world, rooted in my foundational faith. Conquest of humanity towards reunification with divinity. Mission Statement 1. The path of righteousness. Guided by my foundational faith in God as the ultimate designer and dispenser of justice, I dedicate myself to a lifelong journey of righteousness. As a reflection of His divine image, I strive to embody His principles of righteousness in all aspects of my life. My mission is to continuously seek personal growth while inspiring and uplifting those around me, fostering a world where goodness and justice prevail. Mission Statement 2. Embracing agape love. Rooted in my belief in Jesus Christ as a communicator of love, I commit to modeling His agape in my interactions with others. Recognizing the profound importance of family bonds as the cornerstone of society, I pledge to nurture and strengthen these bonds. My mission is to foster strong and meaningful connections within family and beyond, spreading the message of love and unity throughout the world. Mission Statement 3. Conduit of divine wisdom. With a deep trust in the Holy Spirit as a wise and informative teacher, I embrace the role of a conduit for its flow of knowledge from above. My mission is dedicated to sharing the torrent of wisdom I receive with others, working tirelessly to create innovative solutions that promote the well-being of all. I understand the weight of the responsibility that comes with this pursuit, and I am unwavering in my commitment to acting righteously, guiding humanity toward a brighter future. Mission Statement 4. The conquest of ignorance and deception. As Dillon E.T., my mission is clear: to achieve the conquest of ignorance and stagnation. Rejecting the deceptive influences of power and wealth, I align myself with the truth to compete as a force for benevolence. My foundational faith in God guides me in this endeavor, and my ultimate goal is to usher in a boundless future where humanity reunifies with divinity, transcending the limitations of the past. My mission is to illuminate the path towards a world where knowledge, truth, and benevolence reign supreme, leading humanity towards its true potential. Physicality equals. Observe Dillon E.T's physical appearance. Notice that he seems to embody the concept of the 5 primary colors, mentioned in Sun Tzu's Art of War. His outfit features distinct primary colors in different combinations, creating a unique and eye-catching ensemble that catches the attention of onlookers. His stocky build, reminiscent of a high fantasy dwarf, adds to his strong presence and gives the impression of someone who can weather any storm. His unkempt brown hair adds a touch of unpredictability to his appearance, as if he's always ready to embrace the unexpected. Overall, the combination of Dillon E.T's physical characteristics, much like the combination of primary colors, creates a more complex and nuanced picture than any single characteristic alone could convey. Dillon E.T's motivations are intricately woven into the fabric of his hometown, Newburyport, where the spirit of "a rising tide raises all boats" resonates within his very being. Anchored by a fervent commitment to the community, he embodies the belief that progress should uplift everyone, not just the individual. His focus on the Brown School and Biotech Laboratories Incorporated emerges from a vision deeply rooted in enhancing the local landscape. These establishments aren't merely edifices but symbols of opportunity and transformation, envisioned as cradles for innovation and societal betterment. His aspirations manifest through the lens of community building and collaboration, recognizing the transformative power of shared visions. Dillon E.T's goals revolve around nurturing support for his visionary concepts within Newburyport, understanding that collective engagement is vital for translating ideas into reality. His dream isn't solely about personal success. It's about embedding opportunities within the town's tapestry, ensuring shared growth and prosperity for all. The purpose underpinning his endeavors echoes the quintessential American dream, an embodiment of success and progress that encompasses not just personal achievements but the upliftment of the entire community. Dillon E.T's intent resonates with the desire to influence the citizens of Newburyport positively, instigating a ripple effect of change aligned with his visionary pursuits. In Dillon E.T's universe, the very social architecture of Newburyport becomes the canvas upon which his ambitions take shape. His motivations transcend personal gain, intertwining with community values, collaboration, and a commitment to shared progress. His unwavering dedication extends beyond the bounds of individual aspirations. It encapsulates a collective journey toward a brighter, more innovative future for his hometown. He sees himself as not just an instigator of change but as an integral part of a larger movement toward communal advancement. His commitment to influence and mold a communal vision of progress epitomizes his aspirations, echoing his resolute belief that a rising tide should indeed lift all boats. In summary, Dillon E.T's motivations paint a vibrant tapestry steeped in community, collaboration, and shared progress. His dedication to Newburyport mirrors a commitment to foster a landscape where collective growth and innovation intertwine, sculpting a communal future that embodies the very essence of a rising tide lifting all boats.